Hujambo, habari, uko
I
vipi?
can hear you now.
Ah,
Sijambo. I
ka
had the volume. I had the volume all the way down.
oh, pole sana. Karibu. Hali ya hewa iko vipi kwenu?
Mm,
Naona
I'm
umevaa
good.
vesti, uko vizuri.
I I had no shirt on, so I'm like, let me just put something.
The weather must be nice.
It was. It's bipolar here. On Monday it was snowing. Today it's like almost 70. So
Well,
it's like back and forth. It
oi.
just depends on the day. It's either snowing or now it's warm, and we were in shorts.
Oh, poleni
Coats or
sana.
shorts. Yeah, it's crazy.
Poleni sana. Sasa huku kwetu kumeanza kuwa na baridi, kwa hiyo kuna baridi kidogo, watu wanavaa sweta, pia kuna mafua kidogo, lakini tunashukuru kwa hayo yote. Karibu, habari ya safari, hatujaonana muda mrefu. Nikashangaa,
Yeah,
Eric yuko wapi?
yeah. So traveling this time was nice. Like
Mm.
it went smooth. On the way there is when they were bombing Iran. So it
Oh,
was crazy getting there. This last time we had to go. We had to go a different way, but on the
oh.
way back I was able just to fly straight home. So that was good.
Pole sana 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 kwa safari. Pole sana kwa safari. See, a long time ago here in East Africa, we never used to have planes, so we used to travel by bus, and then we will travel for a very long distance, and then the safari itself, it was so tiresome. So once you arrive at a destination, you're being told pole sana kwa safari. We are so sorry for the journey, and then you're wondering why are you sorry? Not because perhaps you're jet lagged or you're tired, the sun has been shining, you're sweating and all that. So there's a lot of
Yeah.
nuisance, especially when you travel. And then you tell a person, pole sana kwa safari. And then they say, asante.
So
Ndio.
they say sorry for the journey, even though
Yeah.
you're the one who chose to take the journey.
Exactly. But now there's a lot of things that you can come across. Something can happen. You can have an accident. You can be jet lagged. The sun is shining. You're sitting next to a mama who has children, and you're like, oh, this is tiresome. Okay. And then you've been traveling
Yeah,
the whole day, so it's not easy. It's not easy.
yeah.
Yeah. And then most of the people used to walk or maybe take a long distance bus. Therefore, it used to be
Um,
tiresome. So we will tell these people, pole sana kwa safari, even though they
uh,
chose to travel. Yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how was
Karibu.
traveling home for you?
Yeah, for
Or I
me
guess
was
Myanmar.
it was a sad moment, very sad moment because she was so close to me. She was the closest to
Mm-hmm.
me in my family, despite my dad being, the son.
Yeah.
It was really, what can I say, an amazing time with my family, and I'm glad. Thank you so much for your token.
Uh-huh.
It went a long way, so we went well, we came back well,
Good.
and yeah, it's sad. Like in my culture, when somebody dies, they have to be taken from the mortuary a day before the burial
Yeah.
so that they can sleep in their house the last time, one last time, and then they're buried.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they can stay with their loved one for the last time, one last time, and then they're buried the next day. So we went to
Uh,
pick the body at around 9 a.m. So we stayed with
mm-hmm.
the body the whole morning and the whole night. And then the next day around 3 p.m., she was buried.
Okay. Because I seen like the convoy, and they're like
Yeah.
sometimes they have the motorbikes going and
Yeah,
different
yeah,
things.
actually, people are like, don't rush it. Let's just go slowly with the grandma and whatnot. So it
Yeah.
was amazing because the attendants at the mortuary, they normally like straight ahead. We go straight ahead, no going anywhere. We're not going to be a bit slow because of the journey. They just go straight to the house. But
Yeah.
for the people, yeah, they don't like it. So they're like, oh, let's do this. It's the last time we're doing it. So it's sort of a celebration when
Yeah.
somebody truly truly dies. And then it's so funny because in my culture, when somebody dies and they're buried, her things are shared among the sons and the daughters and whatnot. So apparently my grandma came she appeared to those people who took her mattress And she said, "Return my mattress. Where am I supposed to sleep?" Yeah, so I was like, "Oh, did
Wow.
you had a dream? Did you?" So it's like it's happening. Take it back. So
I don't want the mattress anymore.
I don't want the mattress anymore. So it's so funny, especially culturally. For me, I never believed about all these things that are happening. So there's this person who never used to agree so much with my grandma. They used to fight a lot. And so she had a dream that she was supposed to make that bed. And so if you don't make that bed, the dream keeps on recurring. So it will recur
Ah,
and recur and recur. And so she appeared to her and she told her, "Go make my bed." And then so there's this person who went with the mattress, so they had to return the mattress and the beddings. And so there's this person who had a dream that my grandma said, "You have to make my bed." And so they had to go back and make the bed. Therefore, it's quite crazy. Okay, it's unbelievable when somebody tells you as a story, but then again, it happens. And then we have another thing. When someone dies completely and is buried, the children supposed to stay in that homestead for 3 days.
oh.
Yeah, they should not leave immediately, because now that will mean they are not picking the bones of the mom in that case.
Mm-hmm.
So they're supposed to stay there for about 3 days. So there's this auntie of mine who left before the 3 days, and then she also had a dream. And my grandma came to her and she asked her, "Why did you leave early? Is my house not a good house?" And then she was like, "What are you supposed to do?" And I was asking my dad, "What are you supposed to do at this time when the dead are coming into your
You're
dream?"
gonna argue with grandma now. She'll say.
And I have to ask for forgiveness. I think he said that you need to go to the grave and ask for forgiveness because you left before. Traditionally, you're supposed to stay there for 3 days because, I mean, you're taking care of the homestead, also her house. Now that her house will be empty for a very long time. So it's just
Yeah.
not that she's buried and then she's forgotten. No, she's not forgotten. People should be living there, sleeping there, staying there, and not leave immediately. No, we call it to pick up the bones in my language.
Yeah.
So you're picking up the bones of your mother. Therefore, you cannot leave early, not after 3 days are over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's quite a
I love.
tradition.
I actually love that because, like, some of those cultural things don't happen here. It's like you die.
And then
Yes,
you're
people show
buried.
up. They put you there, and boom,
And
life
then
goes on.
everybody goes like, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
So you have to, because at the end of the day, I'm your mother. I bathed you. I took care of you. So
Yeah.
you're not discarding me just like that. And then she also had, somebody dreamt that, okay, the remaining of her clothes were put on top of her grave. And then she
Okay.
came in a dream. She asked, "Why are you refusing me to move?" And then I was like, "What does that mean?" "So you should remove those clothes on top of my grave because I need to move." So you're
Oh.
like, does
It
this
came to you.
truly
To
happen?
you.
Not me, not me, not me
Oh, I
directly.
can see
Yeah,
it.
somebody in the village. Then I was like, so these things do happen. And then they had to remove the extra clothes from the grave because it's like, you're preventing me from moving. I cannot move.
Going on.
Yeah, because they
Wow.
normally say after 3 days, then this person is gone to heaven. Yeah, so
Yeah.
so within that 3 days, you cannot do things. You cannot put things on the grave. You cannot leave. You have to stay there and cook in her house like she's
Oh,
there.
wow.
Yeah, so I learned a lot, a lot, a lot,
Yeah.
so much
Well,
during that
and to
time.
like get that like true, like no, I'm not kidding. This is real. I had a
Yeah.
dream. I had a dream. I
Exactly.
had
So
a dream.
everybody's like, "Hey, grandma is coming to you and asking you something, and then you're supposed to do it." So no, the thing is, if you don't do it, the dream keeps on recurring and recurring and recurring and recurring, and they're like, "What am I supposed to do?" Then you have to go and remove those clothes. Go make her bed. She's still there. She's not dead. Dead. Her spirit is
Yeah.
living. Yeah. So then
Wow.
after the 3 days, then everybody's allowed to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool. Like it's fun. It's crazy stories, but it's also like okay, that's the closest thing anybody's been able to prove life after death you know, like
Yeah, that's true. Nobody has been
here.
able to do that, but I still feel there is life after that.
Yeah.
Because I remember one of my grandma's sister came for the mourning, because we have a period of mourning before the burial, and she left. So after
Hmm.
leaving, she had a dream also, like, why are you leaving my house? Who will cook for my kids? She was the only remaining sister after her. Now she was 82 years old, and the others are very old, also around the same age,
Yeah.
84, yes, 85, and only two siblings are left. A lady who was married in Uganda, and another one a son. He's my I think grandpa. That case, because he and my grandma are siblings. So she appeared to her and told her that, who will cook for my kids? Why are you leaving before I'm buried? And then she had to go back again. And then for her, she cannot leave. Even after the 3 days, she cannot leave. She needs to stay there so that the others can go for the next 3 days and then come back. Guess what they are
Oh.
going to do? They are going to have sex with their spouses, and then they come back. So once they have sex with their spouses, that means there is continuity of life after death. Therefore, so
Oh.
the firstborn son needs to have sex with the spouse, then the secondborn, then the thirdborn, and then the ladies have to do it with their husbands if they are married, because that is cementing the relationship and the continuation of, birth and after death. Therefore, so my
Yeah.
dad was telling me, and it's so funny because he gave me a small book. Let me see if I can see here. He gave me this book,
Okay.
and he told me to go and read it because it has all the cultural things that normally happens after death, after birth, significance of wealth, what happens to rights of burial when somebody gets married, what's supposed to be done. And but this used to happen a long time ago. I don't think if
Yeah.
it's practiced until now, because most of the people have converted to either Islam or Christianity. Therefore,
Yeah.
I don't know if it happens, but I think my dad still practices, because why would he give me this book and go read?
Yeah. He's like, yeah.
Go read
Hey.
it. This is all about your culture. Don't leave your culture.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, it's
Me
quite
and Linda were
interesting.
talking about this year is going to be busy in the fall for young boys becoming men and the
Yeah,
circumcisions and stuff. We were talking about that. And again, here they just do it as a baby because it's so easy, just and
yeah.
they don't even know it's happened. But I like the idea of their boys. Now you're a man.
Mm-hmm.
She was telling me how they cover in the mud, and
Yeah,
then
and
the
they
uncle slaps
run.
them, and like all
Exactly.
of
They're like,
this.
you,
He's
you're
like,
a
now
man.
you're,
You're not a boy. You're a man. So,
yeah, now you're a man. I think that's amazing. Actually, I
mhm.
love it.
Question: is Linda from the Western region?
Yeah, she's from Bungoma.
Oh, that's
We're,
interesting. Well, that's
yeah,
totally interesting. Very. Because, I mean, the circumcision rites normally happens at around when somebody is in grade 8 and 9,
uh-huh.
thereabout. You're starting your teenage years. Therefore, you're being told now you're no longer a boy, you're a man, you're able to give, you can get a lady pregnant, and this is what is going to happen. So you have to take responsibilities.
Yeah,
And yeah, so normally people in East Africa get married at around 24, 25, 26. When someone surpasses that age, it's either perhaps you have two baby mamas, three baby mamas, and at
yeah,
32, yeah, so it gets serious. That
yeah,
if you focus so much on school, then I think that age might surpass you, and then you end up being single at about 30 or 32 thereabout. But for ladies, it's normally between, say, 18 to 27. Most of the, even for men, it's around that age. So if you surpass that age, people normally say, "No, you'll get married as a second wife," and they're like, "Oh
yeah,
no, I don't want to do that." So people are looking for single people who are not single people. So because
yeah,
already you've been initiated in this circumcision situation where you're a man now. Okay, youths in the rural area are so different from youths in the cities, because youths in the rural areas take responsibilities much earlier than people who live in the city, whereby there are no rights, we're just living the way they know. But in the rural areas, there are grandmother, grandfathers, aunties, uncles who are teaching you these things, and then you're supposed to do this. Okay, time to get, time to be circumcised. Okay, you're done with your education. Time to take up responsibilities, and then after that, you're being told, oh, you're a man, so you can go around and get somebody,
Yeah.
and then you get this person is about say 20 or 22. They already bought their first motorbike, they already have a wife, and they have like one kid or two kids, and you're like, what happened to you? People who you
Yeah.
studied with, you're like, oh my god, I'm 30, I'm not married, I don't have kids. What happened to you? You already have a
Yeah.
10-year-old. You're like, ah, yeah. Yeah, so life is totally different there because land is there. They don't pay rent, they don't buy like actual food aside from perhaps some proteins, and the life is cheaper there compared to the cities. Therefore,
Yeah.
it's quite interesting. You should come when it's so beautiful. Gosh.
Yeah. I actually love going home, and Linda says the same thing because we're in Mariu, and if you go out that back side going towards Nakuru and stuff, like it's so beautiful back
Yeah.
there, the coffee plantations and all the stuff. She's like, I would like to be close to Nairobi, but I want the calm life of my village. So she's like, I would like to build and buy land there,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, actually it's beautiful. If you can simulate a city life in there, uh you you hit the jackpot. You're ready. I mean, it's so beautiful because it's natural, it's trees and greens and no
Mhm.
pollution, and things are just so good. So we laid our grandma, you know she passed on unexpectedly because we were expecting that she's going to live longer than this, but old
Oh, she
age.
wasn't sick. You didn't know. It was just,
Yeah, and I was with her last year, November, and she was vibrant. She had so much life. She was good. We cooked chapatis together, and then it was like, "Why are you cooking a lot of chapatis? It's only me here." Like, no, you eat, have fun. And my grandma never used to eat white ugali. She would eat the
oh,
brown one because,
okay.
yeah. And then you can see people in that area. They don't. Most of them don't suffer from diabetes, pressure, and whatnot. They live longer. So it's either people die at a younger age when you're less than 5 or under 5, or you're over 70. People in
Oh,
between is difficult. Very, not unless you have an accident or something happens to
yeah.
you. Yeah, so people really. I remember there was this time some news came on TV that people from Ukambani, they're moving from Ukambani, they're coming to the western side. Why? Because in
Mhm.
their area it's so dry, so they're going to look for husbands the other side. So
Oh,
yeah, so they didn't
they're
have
hungry.
food. Yeah, they didn't have food. Therefore, it's so funny how people think. Anyway,
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk so much today.
I love it. We have to catch up. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah, for sure, for sure. And plus, oh my God, I saw your photos. Eish, so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes, it was
beautiful.
so fun. It was hard. Like, we were going to do our marriage the last time I was there, but they told me I have to come bring my actual physical paper birth certificate, which was
Oh,
in the US. And I'm like, really? Like, you need the paper? Yes, bring the
oh
original
no.
copy. Okay, fine. So then I fly home and we wait, and I come back, I have it. They don't even ask me for it.
Yeah, they just wanted to frustrate you.
Yes, they didn't ever even ask me for it. They just were like, and then they made me get it. This time they threw in the wrinkle. I had to go to the embassy, which takes like 3 weeks, 4 weeks to get an appointment. So I'm like, okay, I do the numbers, and I get my embassy appointment to get a document signed. We did the wedding on Friday. I flew out on Saturday. That's how close it became.
No way.
So they celebrated before. Then we got married.
Oh, that's a story to tell for
Yeah,
sure.
it's crazy. So now, and actually, I didn't even get to go home and like do dowry and that stuff because of all of this. And we're trying to work on her U.S. visa. That's why we're
Mm,
trying to do this way because the U.S. visa can take 12 months.
yeah.
So we're like, let's get this process at least going down the road.
Mm,
So I'll be back there on May 18th,
okay.
and then we're gonna go home and pay dowry and everything.
Yeah.
Her dad doesn't even actually know we got married. She's like, let's just marry. We'll go pay dowry and then tell dad.
Oh, that's so cute. And how much did they charge you for the certificate?
Let's see. So I used a lawyer to like get everything done correctly,
Mm-hmm.
affidavits
Yeah.
and all these things and stuff. So he charged me 100,000 to do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I just did that, and then I can't. The fees, I think the fees were 30 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But we did the special marriage, so like the head guy, the registrar of
Mm-hmm.
marriages,
Yeah.
was the one who officiated ours for us,
Yeah.
and so
And
they got
you had
pictures of.
some witnesses and whatnot. That's the
Yeah,
simplest way to get married if you want to, real quick.
yeah, it was
Mm.
fun. It was
Yeah.
fun.
It used to be way cheaper before this new government came in. Therefore, I was like, that's a lot of money. Pole lakini.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Mm.
And to the lawyers, they always make the money. If you pay
Yeah.
a lawyer, you know it's gonna cost you money.
Yeah, that's
But for
true.
me, with how many like bumps in the road there was, he was able just to do it all
Mm.
for us.
Yeah,
Like
it
I
was
think
quite
we'd still
easy.
be struggling to get through that.
Mm.
What was that e-citizen portal and
Yeah,
stuff? With
yeah, the way it normally
he just
hangs.
logged, he just logged in for Linda and just did everything. Give
Uh,
me your OTP, and
yeah,
he just
yeah.
logged in and he just did everything for her.
I'm so happy it went on well. Well. Now
Yeah,
you're a married man. How do you feel?
yeah. Huh?
How do you feel now that you're a married man?
Amazing, amazing. Yes, actually, like. I was married before, and then I was single, and then married again. Being married it just brings like closure, if you will. Now you're like locked in.
Yeah.
But I feel like once you say, I'll commit to you, now you don't have to worry about it. Being long distance, there can be a lot of like nervousness. Because I'm here, 9,000 miles away, and completely opposite time zones.
Yeah.
And you're there. We could be doing who knows what. So
Yeah,
easy.
that's
You know what I
true.
mean?
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
the stories, like, from me going there, the stories that I hear of Nairobi, some of those girls and guys are just like,
That's a one big
and
bedroom.
yeah, it's like they just pass each other around left and right and
Yeah,
everything.
but also it depends if you have standards and values.
Mhm.
Yeah, and also if you are quite tradition, because if you're a tradition, you won't engage in so much things that don't make you happy. And
Yeah.
people from those sides of ours, they're known for being truly good and good wives. Therefore,
Hmm.
you picked well, unlike the
Yeah.
eastern side.
Yeah. So like because we're 12 hours or 10 hours apart and we talk on the phone, like we can only talk about the weather for about this much time. So we've been able to go like as deep. We've dug through everybody's corners. Like there's no secrets or anything
Yeah,
anymore. You just you tell each other everything, and
yeah.
it's been really good that way. You get very close to somebody when you spend. I mean, we spend a lot of time on the phone,
Mm-hmm.
so it's been nice that way. I feel like here, like girls here, they have a little bit of entitlement problems. Like, uh, I don't know how to nicely say it, but they're almost competing for the man's role, if you will. Not that I'm trying to be chauvinistic or anything, but it's like, let me take care of you. Like, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
And like, you take and honor your role. So it's been really nice to have somebody who understands that. And she's she's been amazing.
Oh, I'm so
compared
happy.
compared to my last marriage, I'm like, aye, so it can be good.
Yeah,
Okay.
it can be good. Yeah, it reminds me when you fall in love many times before you get the one to marry. Yeah, you fall in love the first time and then like, oh, this is amazing, and then you have a heartbreak and you're like, shit, why is this happening? And then you fall in
Yeah.
love again, and then you have another heartbreak, and then you fall in love with the one. Then you're like, I didn't know I would fall in love again this hard,
Yeah.
and it happens. Therefore, we treasure these moments because they're really beautiful. My current partner is not the person I fell in love with, neither the person who broke my virginity. Therefore, I have been in and out of love three
Uh-huh.
times, just
Yeah.
like you. And the second one was the I knew it was the one. Then again,
Yeah.
something happened, and then we were apart. I was like, I can't believe this. I cried for 6 months. Oh gosh, I
Yeah.
couldn't believe it. Then again, I came in love. Then I fell in love again. I was like, oh, so it's possible to fall in love again. Right, so
Yeah.
let's do this now. At least, what can I say? Things are rolling up well. It's been 5 years now. And yeah, so I'll be celebrating my fifth anniversary on 30th April with one child.
Oh, fun. That's
Yeah,
fun.
it's coming on 30th with only one child. Hopefully, we'll get more as time goes by.
Uh-huh.
However, the economy, Nairobi economy, is not as kind to us.
Yeah.
Things are quite expensive compared to the other governments because we will buy a packet of funga at around 90 shillings. But right
Mm-hmm.
now we're paying at 205.
Yeah, they were talking about that. Mama was talking about that, and Linda.
Yeah.
Even 10 years ago, it was like
Mm-hmm.
completely different. It's not like you're some old woman talking about back in the day.
Exactly.
It's just like just a few years ago.
Yeah, a few
2020
years ago.
changes everything.
Yeah, and then I don't know what happens to Nairobi rent. It really slumped. It went up drastically, like 100%. Then you're like, we were just paying like these houses for about what, $200. Right now, for a good, genuine two-bedroom house, you have to pay about 40, 50 per month. 50K per month. Therefore, when you look at things and then you compare it like 5 years or 7 years ago, then you're like, what happened between this short 5 or 7 years ago? What just happened between that time? They are like, well, you have to work very hard now because things are not that kind. And yeah, but we are hoping that things are going to be better. But genuinely in the world, things are changing. Things are changing.
Mm-hmm.
So people were discussing previously that we import oil for 100 shillings, but you sell oil to us at 200 shillings. Why is it double? Why do you have
Yeah,
to be double? So it's crazy. We are the most expensive country when it comes to oil per liter in this region.
yeah, yeah. I saw that. They raised it a bunch and then brought it
Yeah,
down like
what?
twice. Like you
It
think
doesn't
we're
make
so stupid to not know what you just did.
it
Let me
doesn't
make
make
it 200. Okay,
sense.
180. Yeah, but it was 100 before. Like what the fuck?
Exactly. Now it's just playing with people's mind, and then there's a book called is it Kifok? Is it? There's a set book I read when I was in high school, and it explained what is happening right now. And it was
Yeah.
it was a literature book, Swahili literature, and it's quite interesting because what is happening now was written way back. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
therefore it's really when Linda says that she doesn't have money, just understand her. It's tough.
Yes. Yes.
It's really tough. Yeah, so let's talk about the test. How was it?
So, like, I started reading it, and no, like some of it I understand, and
Hmm.
others I'm like, I can't even like get the words. That's where I get so stuck. Is like Racimi. I don't know what Racimi is. So I'm like, okay, like, what is this question even saying? Katika. Okay, what's Katika? Okay, Nchi. What's like? I get stuck on like even being able to read and understand the first
Hmm.
sentence.
Okay. Now, talking about the first part of the test, this one I wanted you to jump it. I cautioned you, I told you, research on Swahili tradition, Swahili stuff.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Hmm.
Okay. So
So
this,
like it was asking like which one like so then I thought okay I researched and looked up all those words and got okay Tanzania
yeah,
you know
Kenya.
is that but
Yeah.
then like so I'm trying to like I can chat GPT all of the questions and turn them into English and answer the questions, but that's not what I'm trying to do. Like,
Yeah.
that's high school me trying to pass the test. I'm trying to learn, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So the only words here you understood was Swahili, which is language, and then lugha is language. Is
And Ghani, I
uh,
understand Ghani,
ndio lugha rasmi, official language.
official language. Okay.
So simply they
Yeah.
wanted to know Swahili is an official language in which countries, and then you are supposed to name those countries. So
Yeah.
this one I was quite hesitant because it's a listening audio, it's a listening skill that we needed to listen first. And but these are general questions about Swahili. Therefore, at least you need to know Swahili is spoken in Tanzania, Kenya, some part of Uganda, DRC Congo,
Mm-hmm.
and some part of Mozambique, upper part of Mozambique and Comoro Island. Um, yeah, Rwanda and Burundi also. Yeah, and some part of Somalia. Kismayo, but it's an official language in at least 3 countries. This is Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, and DRC Congo, 4 countries. So now this one you needed to know how Swahili came about. So Swahili Sanifu, the standard Swahili, uses what sort of dialect? Okay, because now region-wise we have about 7 dialects of Swahili, but now they realize, okay, so now we have these dialects. We cannot use all of them to standardize Swahili. Which one should we sit down and use? So they sat down and decided, okay, we have Kiamu, we have Kimvita that is spoken along the coastal Kenyan coast and then Tanzanian coast. So they sat down and they decided, the Tanzanian Swahili sounds better, quite simple. It rolls nicely. So let's standardize this Swahili. So they sat down. They needed to standardize the language, and then they decided that we will use Kiugunja as the standard Swahili. That's why normally Tanzania they take pride in saying that Swahili is theirs. It's because they decided to standardize the Tanzanian dialect because it was the best at that time. However, the only difference between these dialects is how they slow the Swahili, how they roll the Swahili, like unataka nini. So people from Kenya, they say Swahili was born in Kenya and then it died. It didn't, okay, it grew up in Tanzania because that is where it spent a lot of time, but then again it went and died in Uganda because Ugandans never truly embraced Swahili because they thought that Swahili is an Islamic language, and they knew that Swahili is a language for the slave people or the people who indulge in slave trade. Therefore, they never loved it because they would associate Swahili with other things that they are not cool. Then the government, Ugandan government at that time, decided to take up Swahili and taught Swahili to all the soldiers. So the soldiers were speaking Swahili and they were harassing the citizens. Wewe piga magoti, njoo hapa, inua mikono, fanya hivi, piga magoti, lala hapa. So they will command the citizens, and then the citizens never liked it at all. Why would you harass me and not in my own language, another language called Swahili? Why would you do that? So the citizens never embraced it truly because they knew this is a government plan. So they never took it as seriously as they have been taking it of late. So my generation, in Uganda, people who are born around my generation, they cannot speak good Swahili. But our children, people who are born after us, they are learning Swahili in school. So they later on came, okay, realized, okay, Swahili is such a beautiful language. So let's just implement it in schools and whatnot. So now it's being taught in schools.
In Uganda. So Uganda
Yeah.
will start to speak Swahili a lot more over the next years.
Yes, over the next, actually the current years, because now they made it official language. But a long time ago during colonialism, they never embraced it at all because the soldiers
Okay.
never, they were mean to them. And then people, you
Yeah.
see now, once the masses decide that they don't want you, they don't. It's like here in Kenya, you see now the people say one term, one term. Why do they keep on saying one term? What's one term? One term is one term for the president because they don't like the president.
Yeah.
Yeah, they think that the president is selling Kenyan to the West and also selling our resources to the West and then being paid for that and being paid
Yeah, and he's
peanuts
just
for
keeping
that.
it for himself. Yeah.
Yeah, so people don't like you. Once they don't like you, they will not embrace what you stand for. Affordable
Yeah.
housing is a very good project. However, because it's him who is standing there on the affordable housing project, people don't like it at all. But it's an amazing project. If you come to think about it, it's good for the
Yeah.
people, but people don't like him because they think that he's selling Kenya to the West, which is not a good thing. So once the citizens decides that they don't like something, they will end up hating you and hating whatever thing that you stand for. So that is what happened to Uganda with the language. And yeah, so now this other part is watu wa Kibantu waliona na kuiga dini gani. Dini is religion. So it was convenient for people along the coast to learn Islam and practice Islamic law. Why? Because they did business. Okay, they wanted to be protected under Sharia law. It's not that Islam was better than Christianity. No, Islam was number one religion to come along the coast. And these people will engage in businesses. So the Bantu people will come with their things, and then the Arabs came with their products, and so they needed to trade, but they did not have a common language. Therefore, the Bantu spoke the Bantu, the Arabic spoke the Arabic. So they need to come up with a common language. So that is why Swahili was born. And the people were not able to embrace Islam simply because it was the best thing to do. Now they needed to be protected under Sharia law because once you convert to Islam, you wear the gowns, you're free to conduct any business that you wanted to do.
Oh,
Exactly. So people are protected under the Sharia law. In case there is something that happened to you, you will go to the courts and be protected under those laws. So people are allowed to do business along the coast and go to the Arabian countries and do business there. Currently, we have a community in Oman that speaks Swahili because the Arabs from Oman came and married Bantu people from the coastal area, and now they took them with them. And now we have a whole community that speaks Swahili. They never left their language. Therefore,
that's amazing.
yeah, that's truly amazing. There's a community there, people, a lot of people who are from Zanzibar mostly, Mombasa, and they do speak Swahili and they live in Oman. So it's not that it
Okay.
was convenient for them to learn Islam and practice Islamic religion. It's because it was convenient for business. And then they will trade freely. They will go to the Arabian countries and come back to East Africa freely without being told you need to stay here. But once you're able to practice some little bit of Islam, then it was convenient for them to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, so this question that says watu wa Kibantu waliona na kuiga dini gani? The Bantu people intermarried and assumed or took which religion? So that will be Kiislamu, which is Islam. But if you had this knowledge before, these questions are going to be easy for you. Ni kwa nini Waganda hawakukubali lugha ya Kiswahili? Why didn't Ugandans never embraced Swahili? We are going to listen to the audio and answer this question, so you don't need to worry about that so much.
Yeah.
Taja tamaduni moja kuhusu Waswahili. Name one tradition about Swahili people. You could have named anything. They love eating ugali and they love eating with their hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have laces. They love wearing laces. If you go to the coast, you find people with kangas and whatnot. So
Yeah.
yeah, simple things like pilau, maharage wa nazi. You know, they cook everything with nazi. I don't know if Linda has gotten a chance to, you know, cook something with tui, the milk from coconut. So nice.
Yeah. He doesn't cook with coconut milk much,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, we eat a lot of the normal things. Like
Yeah,
I've learned to love kumawiki, that kind of stuff.
yeah.
That's not new. I don't know how we're gonna survive if she comes here and all those foods aren't here anymore.
Yeah, so you guys have to like carry a lot. There's a way they
Yeah.
can dry the skuma wiki, or maybe if you have a small place, she can be planting them for the rest of the year. I don't know. It's gonna be
Yeah,
tough for
maybe.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or eat cabbages. Gosh.
Yes, we have cabbage for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Kiswahili kinazungumzwa na watu wangapi duniani? How many people speak Swahili in the world?
I read that one somewhere. It was millions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, over 200 million. And
Yeah.
most of them
Isn't
speak
that
Swahili as
crazy?
a second language.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a
I
lot.
know here in America it's very small. Like I looked up here, there's pockets here that are more heavy Swahili speaking than others. I don't know why they're stuck in these one cities or whatever, but they are.
Mm. So I think for her, she will look for like Kenyan communities or East African communities where she can blend in, and then try to source for unga. There's no
Yeah.
unga. There's no unga in the US. Why is she gonna make ugali with?
Yes, that's the problem.
No,
I'm
but
trying to find that.
there are African
Maize flour.
shops, or Nigerian shops. They do have.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to embrace that later. Now, Ahadi and Ndoa. Did you manage to do this part? Read the story?
I didn't, honestly, I didn't even try this one. I just started flipping and I'm like, okay. So I jumped over to that, uh, Simu Yatano,
Mm-hmm.
and that one. And then I was like, okay, I can understand which one to fill in the blanks with.
Uh-huh.
You
Oh, for
know,
this one,
actually,
matumizi ya lugha.
yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know what that actually means. I
Uh,
just could understand I'm supposed to fill in the blanks from the options.
mm,
But I don't know what number 5 says.
Number five, part five says the application of the language, the uses of the language.
Oh, okay.
So matumizi
And
ya
then A
lugha.
says Jazapango. What's Jazapango?
Fill the
What's that?
blanks.
Okay.
Fill the blanks while using the verb to have.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Kitenzi is a verb. Kwa hiyo Asani pengo shule na mzazi wake. Is it alikuwa or alikuwa na?
And this one I didn't do, but I think it's Alikuwa.
Alikuwa shuleni na mzazi wake. That's very true. She was in school with his parent. Yeah. Even if you say alikuwa na, makes sense because Asani alikuwa na, hapana, alikuwa. You cannot use alikuwa na. Okay. Karimu pengo watoto watatu. Is it alikuwa or alikuwa na?
This one was Kirimu Kawatoto, so it's Alikuwa na.
Watoto watatu. Very good. Now, this alikuwa means was, and then alikuwa na means had. Okay?
Okay.
So Karima had 3 kids. Alikuwa na watoto watatu. She had 3 children. Okay. Now, wapenzi wake pengo warefu na wenye pesa sana.
That one is Walikuwa.
Ndiyo.
Right?
Wait. Wapenzi wake walikuwa warefu, ndio, walikuwa is the correct answer. Wapenzi wake walikuwa warefu na wenye pesa sana. So her lovers were tall and they had a lot of money. Interesting. Majibwa yale pengo makubwa mno.
So yalikuwa.
Yalikuwa makubwa, ndio. Majibwa yale yalikuwa makubwa mno. So those dogs were very huge.
And the makubwa is dog, right?
No, big is the adjective.
So
big.
What's dog?
Majibwa.
Is dog.
The dogs.
Okay.
Majibwa yale, those dogs were very big, makubwa mno. Very well. Yakinisha. Mimi
nilisafiri.
Very good. Nilisafiri juzi. I traveled day before yesterday. Nyinyi
tulifanya kazi mwaka wote uliopita.
una uhakika? Nyinyi hapana.
Mna. Okay.
Mli.
Yes.
Mlifanya kazi.
I knew that.
So you worked the whole year last year. Ninyi mlifanya kazi mwaka wote uliopita. Wao pengo kupika chapati.
That was walipenda.
Ndiyo, sisi pengo Kiswahili.
This was tulijifunza.
Kiswahili ndiyo. Wewe pengo Kenya. Ulitoka Kenya, vizuri. Andika kwa wingi sentensi hizi. Write in plural these sentences. Ndugu yangu anaishi Dar es Salaam.
Yeah, see, this is where I got lost again.
Andika kwa wingi sentences. So you're supposed to write in plural. Ndugu yangu anaishi Dar es Salaam. This will be.
I remember we were talking about this right as we were ending last time, and I can't remember how to make a ndugu. I don't know how to make that, bro.
Ndugu zetu. Anything that has N, that starts with an N in Swahili, it will take the Z sound in plural. Ndugu zetu. And then there are people, they are our siblings. Ndugu zetu wanaishi Dar es Salaam. So the only thing that will be changing is this part. My sibling lives in Dar es Salaam, or my brother lives in Dar es Salaam. And then it will be our siblings live in Dar es Salaam. So anaishi becomes wanaishi because you're writing in plural.
Okay.
Ndiyo. Mzazi. Zetu because it's possessive our. My possessive becomes our.
Okay,
Zetu. Ndugu zetu wanaishi Dar es Salaam. Mzazi wangu aliolewa tena.
So mzazi wangu. That's banana?
No, my parent. Mzazi is a parent.
Okay.
Got married again.
Got what?
Married. Aliolewa. For a lady.
Okay. So our parents. So
wherever there's an M, just know plural will be wa, especially when it's a person. Wazazi wetu. Ndiyo, wazazi wetu waliolewa tena. Wa now becomes aliolewa is third person singular. Aliolewa yeye, na waliolewa is the third person plural.
Wetu
waliolewa.
Waliolewa tena. They got married
again. This tena is again. Wewe ulifanya nini jana? What did you do yesterday?
Wewe ulifanya.
In plural.
So we.
What did we do yesterday? How will you say that in Swahili? Wewe changes to nyinyi.
I.
No, you changes to you all. How do you say you all? Is nini.
Oh yeah, nini. Okay. Nini, but then we could just say we went somewhere. Like, do we just answer the question?
No, you're supposed to write in plural.
Okay.
Just writing in plural.
So nini ulifanya.
Nini jana. Very good. Ninyi mlifanya. So the only thing that is changing is this part. Wewe and u. This u changes to mlifanya. Ndiyo.
For that. Too.
Ndiyo. Ndiyo. Yeye alikunja nguo leo asubuhi. Now it's a question. Yeye alikunja nguo leo asubuhi. Did he fold clothes today morning?
Today morning. So yeah, did he? Yeah, is he, right?
Yes. Did he fold clothes in the morning? So in plural, how will you write that?
He folded clothes in the morning, right?
So he changes to they.
They. Okay, they folded clothes. So wow. Walikunja.
Very good. Leo asubuhi. So the rest remains the same. Wao walikunja nguo leo asubuhi. It remains the same because this, leo asubuhi, it's an adverb. And then nguo is the object, which doesn't change in plural. Jonasi alikuwa na huzuni. Jonasi was sad.
So Jonasi is a name, right?
Of a person, yes.
Somebody's name.
Yes.
Okay. Was sad.
So it will just remain Jonasi, meaning Jonasi and the group.
And then walikuwa na huzuni.
Very good. Jonasi walikuwa na huzuni. Or you can use the word akina Jonasi. Akina Jonasi, akina Eric. Wanaishi wapi siku hizi? So Eric and the group, we use the word akina. Akina. Ndio.
Okay.
Akina mama au kina mama. Mimi nilikunywa maji.
So I
drank water.
Kunywa is drink.
Ndio.
Okay. So then it's we drink again.
Yeah.
Walikunywa maji.
Hapana.
I drank, we drank. Or should it be they?
No, we is sisi.
Hey, that's right.
Sisi.
Sisi. Yeah. So then tulikunywa
maji. Very good. Sisi tulikunywa maji. Mimi ni mzima.
So again, sisi
ni.
Sisi ni. What mzima?
Mzima is fine.
We are fine.
We are fine. Wazima. So the will change to wa.
Wow.
Wazima.
Sisi ni wazima.
Sisi ni wazima. We are fine. Kwa nini wewe unachelewa kila siku?
So I leave the kwa nini, right?
Yeah, because it's a question word.
Yeah. Then wewe
becomes
into us, nini.
Nini.
Right?
Very good.
Nini. And then una is gonna change to mchelewa.
Nachelewa kila siku. Ndio. Kwa nini?
I keep the na and just put the m.
Na. Ndio. You take out the u and put the m. Kwa nini nyinyi mnachelewa kila siku? Kwa nini mnachelewa kila siku? Not so bad. This one was quite simple. Now, I would want you to go here. Okay. Andika insha kuhusu mama yako mpendwa. Write a small composition about your mother, your dear mother.
Okay.
Mama yako mpendwa. Now you can say, mama yangu anaitwa Efania, yeye anatoka Tanzania, yeye anaishi Nairobi, Yeye anafanya biashara, kwa hiyo yeye ni mfanyabiashara. Yeye ana watoto 7. Yeye anapenda kula chapati. I don't know what your mother likes. So simple things. Jina, makao, asili, anaishi wapi, anatoka wapi. So let's speak about your mother. Here you'll write about 5 sentences about your dear mother. Okay, and this part, prepare for a dialogue, actually a monologue you'll have. So zungumza kuhusu siku yako ya mwisho kusahau jambo. Speak about the last day you forgot a thing. When was it? Where were you? Who were you with? How long did it take you to discover that you had forgotten something? And what did you do about it?
Okay.
Now, the second part is, what's best? Urafiki wa mtandaoni, friendship that is formed on the internet, colleagues or acquaintances, or just urafiki wa utotoni, childhood friendship. And then you say a reason as to why that's important. And then here zungumza kuhusu ukoo au familia yako. Speak about your family. Wewe ni mzao wangapi kwa wazazi wako? Which born are you? Are you the first born, second born, third born? How many kids you have in your family? Are they living together? Where does your parent live, and your mom and your dad? So you're just speaking about basically your family. And then here you're required to read the story, try to understand, and also do the exercise. It's not difficult. Okay, though I know we have some, all this is in the past tense. Okay, and you know, we don't have any big difference between the present tense and the past tense, just that the na is the one that is changing. For example, wewe ulikuwa wapi jana? Where were you yesterday? Then you can say, mimi nilikuwa shuleni. I was at school. Mimi nilikuwa nyumbani. I was at home. Mimi nilikuwa kazini. I was at work. Now, I don't know if I shared with you lesson 2. Did I share with you lesson 2.0?
I feel like maybe, but send it again. I'm going to print it.
Yeah, so here on slide 16, there is the past tense work. Therefore, yeah, it speaks about the past tense, and then there are more activities for us to do, and then how to create sentences in the past and how to negate them. And yeah, it's quite interesting. And speaking about our feelings, yeah, so this is great. And also, the time is quite different from the English time.
Yeah, we saw that. I messed that up when you were trying to tell me already. I was like, yeah, it's 4 in the morning. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, but it isn't 4 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, so this is just to help us practice. So from slide 19, we have past tense. Therefore, we will start from slide 19. Okay, 16 actually, in the next lesson. So we're meeting again tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. Oh, wait, no.
Friday. Do you want to go Tuesday, Thursday, or should we go Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Because I guess, let me pull up the calendar.
Okay.
I have 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. From, let's see, 1. I go the 18th. I fly out Monday the 18th. So
Monday the 18th.
19, 20, 21,
let me see.
27 days.
Yeah, actually for Monday, I have something around our time. We can do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday too.
Next week.
This week.
So we're Wednesday.
So we're already on Wednesday today, and then we do tomorrow. Is everything okay for you tomorrow?
I think so. Yes.
And then we can also do on Friday, so that we can meet Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, if that's okay with you, or at least 3 times a week before 4
Yeah,
weeks
I
are
think I
done.
can do Friday. Let me double check on a few things for Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can make that work though, Friday morning.
Yeah. Okay. So we can do then Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Friday. Come next week, right?
Yeah. Tuesday, Wednesday. So 5, 6, 8 is what you're saying, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
If that's okay with
Oh,
you. We
oh,
have 28th,
the 8th,
uh,
29, and 1st. Yeah.
29th, and 1st. And then continue like that Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday until we exhaust all our lessons before you leave on 18th.
Yeah. That will work.
Okay, so thank you so much for making time. Now do that assignment and let's explore the past tense. We're going to delve in here for about the next 2-3 lessons so that you're able to understand that and also learn a lot of vocabularies regarding normal life, yeah, and
Yeah, I
country
like that.
wise, and also the culture, Swahili culture, and Chimbuko, how Swahili was discovered, and why is it a Creole? Why do people normally say, "Oh, you guys are Arabs"? Why? Why do people say that? Why do you speak like the Arabian people, and whatnot? But Swahili is a Bantu language
Yeah.
because the structure is Bantu. Yeah, and we will be speaking Swahili, a lot of it. So I will encourage you to write a lot because through writing you get the words to write down. So when you're writing about your dear mother, it's going to help you at least bring words together and also put sentences together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So thank you so much for making time. I see you again on Friday. Yeah.
Okay. Will you send me another email with lesson 2 attached?
Yeah,
Just so
I
I
will.
don't forget. And then
Mm.
I'll print it.
Perfect. Haya,
Thank
asante
you.
sana. Jioni njema, kwa heri. Oh, asubuhi njema. You, it's morning. Here it's evening.
Yeah, that's right.
Ndio. Kuwa na siku njema. Asante. Hi, thank you so much for making time for this class. I see you again in the next session, right? Oh, Cope, Josh, Mavipi, Kendrick Bourne. Hi, how you doing? I'm fine, thank you. So you guys need to join a Swahili class so that it gets easier. Okay. Yeah, so I'd love to say thank you for making time for this class. Go to one of my longest video, pick my phone number, write to me, tell me that you'd love to join a class there. I will add you in one, okay? But before that, there's a test for you. All right, so this test is going to place you, all right, in a class. Therefore, I'm looking forward to having you in class and see you again in the next class. Asanteni, kwaheri, tunani tena baadaye.